If you've traveled Highway 93 through Clemson, then you've no doubt noticed a lot of construction. For the past 2.5 years, the Dothat Hills construction project has been going on.
It's a $212.652 million project. It's the largest building project the state has undertaken.
Scheduled for completion in the summer of 2018, this facility will be ready for use in the fall.
This project is a 8-building project. 7 of them are residence halls. 1 of them is a
Neighbors and students have mixed feelings about the project.
I think this project is a great idea. It's going to provide housing for over 1,500 students. You'll have your lodging, security, a place to eat, a place to study, all in the same general area. And that's going to make it a lot easier. It's going to encourage more students to stay on campus.
One of the main things that concerns us about Dothat Hills as individual property owners is the effect it will have on our property values and our community now. If you look at the current structure and infrastructure, traffic, the effect that has on our properties, that gives us great concern over Dothat Hills.
To accommodate the number growing of students on campus, Dothat Hills was needed. The number of students on campus has grown from around 10,000 in the 80s to around 25,000 today. Over the summer, expect to see signs like these as well as security fencing come down as construction nears end.
As far as a state project goes, Michelin's and the BMWs and the Boeings of the world have done larger, but from a state perspective, it is the largest building project. The Ravenel Bridge in Charleston and the I-85, 385 connector that's under construction in Greenville right now are the only 2 projects that are larger that the state has done. Here, the 7 residence halls, 3 of them are traditional dorm rooms, much freshman housing. As you might expect, it's basically just a 2-bed, small room with central restrooms on the halls. The 4 other buildings are traditional apartments. They are apartments and suites. There's 780 beds in what we call the East Zone, which is the traditional dorm room buildings. There are 885 beds in the apartments, or the West Zone portion of the project. It's about a 680,000 square foot project consisting of those 8 buildings that we talked about and some parking lots, a lot of site work involved in that $212 million because this was almost a greenfield as far as utilities and infrastructure go. So there's about $32 million worth of that 212 in supporting these buildings for today and for growth in the future. This project, my involvement began in June of 2012, and we started with an architect selection and then the contractor selection, and we actually started work on the site itself in May of 2014, if I recall, and we plan to be finished in April of 2018 with the residence halls, and then the hub or the community building finish up for an August 2018 occupancy. I guess the thing that drove this project is twofold. A tremendous percentage of the university's current on-campus housing is significantly old, in excess of 20 and probably in most cases in excess of 40 years old. And so the need for new and improved housing was a factor in this project. plus the university's growth has been a factor in the design and construction of this project. One of the things that plays into that is the graduation rate and grade point ratios and grade point averages. Multiple studies over many years indicate that students who live on campus perform better in the classroom. And so as part of the university's goal is to retain students and retain those students at a high level. And so that combination is what has brought this project to campus. But at the same time, we realize that we're having to compete with the off-campus housing developments to keep students on campus. And so, we've tried to do some things that are above and beyond, but at the same time match what the off-campus developments are offering, and hopefully with that combination of being on campus with the facilities that equal and or exceed in some ways the off-campus development, that we will retain our students and they will be more successful. I don't know.